Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Suvee. If you're new here, be sure to subscribe down below. Anyway, today I'm filming a video with my friends and we're going to be giving you guys our advice for college.
My name's Maddie and I'm the new roommate and I'm from around here in Santa Clarita.
My name is Red. I am from Thousand Oaks.
A.
Hi, my name's Haley. I'm from Orange County.
I'm Garrett. I'm from a small town called Nuevo.
Oh, my name is Sophia Rosa Michaels. I'm from Seattle, Washington.
I'm Izzy. I'm from Alaska.
So first, we're going to talk about the adjustment from high school to college.
Should we have a talking stick? Get the clout.
Don't throw the clout!
Probably the biggest adjustment from like high school to college would be like having like a lot of extra free time and like figuring out like what to do with that. Like, are you gonna go like socialize like with friends, or you work on homework? Because like college, like homework, like you don't have the day-to-day like hours of stuff doing. It's more kind of like up to you to do stuff. Probably just like time management and realizing it's like all up to you.
I feel like all of summer I was looking forward to moving out and I was really wanting to get on my own, start my own independent life, and then once I got here it was like I got hit by a bus and I was like, oh my god, I'm actually on my own, and now what? Not seeing my cats is probably the hardest.
The biggest adjustment for me was probably time management, because you know, for the past 4 years we wake up and we go to school and then we come home and then we get our homework done. But here it's like you wake up and you go to class for a little and then you have like 3 hours to nap if you wanted to, but you could also potentially do homework if you wanted to, but you're probably gonna nap. This isn't to be funny, but one of the hardest things for me was probably not having a toaster, because I eat toast like every day, but because of like fire hazards or whatever.
Alright, I've had a pretty easy adjustment to college. I'm not trying to be like a smart ass. I'm a commuter, by the way. Basically, when I was in high school, I did the International Baccalaureate program, which is IB, and it's really, it's more difficult. It's really hard. It preps you for college, but I found that prepped me so well that it was easier here almost. And I mean, I'm still taking like freshman classes, so they're not that hard. But I mean, I guess the biggest adjustment for me is that I do have to drive quite a while to get here, and just like spending that much time in my car, one can go crazy.
I don't miss my family that much, even though I love them. Like, you know, family's forever. You're gonna go back home and see them, so you just kind of gotta remind yourself. The hardest thing is probably utilizing your space. For me, that was my hardest. Really Suvee helped me a lot with that.
That's
She brought
because
me
you have
an
enough
organizer.
clothes to clothe a small army.
Yes, I do.
She is a small army.
Pack everything, because you're gonna forget something you need and it's gonna suck. Also, I came to college with $3,000 saved up from work and then spent it all in 1 month.
Yep.
And now I'm homeless and broke. So please don't go shopping at the mall. Look at my clothes.
Just clothes?
Drugs.
$3 grand?
Because I was homeschooled my whole life, and with being homeschooled, you're like, everything is on your own time, and you're kind of in control of your own schedule, so you plan it yourself, and like, alright, I'm gonna dedicate this amount of time to this, then I'll go like to work, or like go hang out with friends and all that. So like the whole college adjustment with trying to time management really wasn't that hard for me. But I guess what I did have a slight problem with was just like being used to living in small quarters with 4 other guys.
The sock on the door is a real thing.
The sock on the door is a real thing. That has happened to me, you guys.
If you don't know what Urban Dictionary is, my biggest adjustment, like even though like I had all my roommates at first, was like trying to get intimate with people and have like non-superficial conversations with people at first. Everything at the beginning like just feels like so fun, and then it gets to a point where you're like, wow, like I actually want to talk to people like I was talking to my friends at home.
It seemed like a summer camp at first.
Yeah,
You're like,
definitely.
You're like, wow, this is so fun, all these people and all this fun stuff, and then like you're like, oh shit, I'm actually here for like 4 months, and I'm not at home.
Honestly, it was just really overwhelming for me, like the whole time. I didn't get the summer camp feeling, but I think that's just because I've had my own room my whole life and 2 little brothers, so I just have never been around as many people at the same time, and there's this expectation that you're like always supposed to socialize when other people are around, and I'm not like that, and it's kind of exhausting.
I think what's really hard is I'm a super like open and theater person, so I just get to the beef, like the serious stuff really fast in conversations, and I scare people sometimes. I like make really mean jokes and I'm just really open about how messed up I am, and then people are like, I eventually found weird people like me.
We all talk about how messed up we are.
Yeah.
Wait, Suvee, insert boys.
I have a man's in my life
For how long?
4 years and
Out of
4
the
months. Yeah, so he asked me out in 2013. I feel like a long distance relationship is a lot of like trust, obviously, because it wouldn't have been able to work if I was like worried that if I'm not with him, like he's gonna like be flirting with other girls, because I know that's not the case. So like a lot of it can be trust, and just like we're also best friends, so we like text every day. We communicate like when we're upset, like we aren't like babies about it, and we talk on the phone like a good amount, but like not all the time. And we're just like honest with each other, and I feel like that's really big. It's just honest and like trust and just feeling comfortable with each other and like knowing your boundaries. Like I'm not about to go to a Cal Lu party and grind on some guy.
Let me tell you,
You don't have to
I
wear
like
them.
this one.
boys
Oh, this one's good.
will break your heart and rip it out, even if your life is already in shambles. The thing is, they don't care. Even if it's the 1 month anniversary of your father's death, they will break up with you and not care. That's all I have to say. Also, you can't let them get you down too much, because guess what? There's like a billion people out there, and it literally
There's more boys.
Yeah.
there's more boys. Like it doesn't matter.
boys.
Like the whole idea of like you have one soulmate, I don't think that's accurate at all. I mean, there's 100 people that are gonna work perfectly with you anyways. So I mean, just don't get down about it. Like whatever, you can be sad for a day, but then like whatever, just get revenge later.
My love life is funny and depressing, and I'm actually writing a play about it right now, but that's besides the point. I guess I thought like when I graduated high school and went to college that the guys were just going to be like so much better, and I was wrong. And I guess I thought I was going to meet like the love of my life, you know, within like the first month or so, and that has not been the case, but it has taught me that I need to spend more time with myself and, you know, be more patient, waiting for the right person, whoever they are. And I think it's good that I'm not involved with anyone, because I feel like that would distract me from things that are a lot more important in my life right now. And that's not that interesting or juicy, but I just thought I'd share.
I just want to throw out there that boys are really annoying, you know?
So are
I am
girls.
one of them. I annoy myself so much. Are you braiding my hair?
Yes.
Okay.
Wait. Boys aren't always annoying. Girls are also annoying. But I had an Australian lover over the summer. We had a fantastic summer romance, so I'm just telling you that because like that's real. Like the whole like dirty dancing thing is a real thing. It could happen, and I had it, and it was magnificent.
I think the parties here, like I've gone to a party at Cal Poly, and like the party situations are very different depending
It's
on the
just harder
school.
here.
We live in a very like white suburban area. And
Exactly.
it's just like cops at 9:30 are like getting shut down.
Yeah.
I went to high school here. It was trashy.
I don't mean to sound like cocky or like self-conceited when I say this, but like just some advice, because I'm sure like some people can relate to this. So like in high school, like coming here, like I've never had a boyfriend or anything, like no relationship experience, and all of a sudden you're like in college with like a bunch of like guys and stuff, and all of a sudden like maybe you're getting like more attention from guys than you did like before, and it's like easy to get like caught up in it, and like the first guy that gives you attention, you're like, oh my gosh, like he likes me so much. But it's like just good to keep in mind, like just because he's giving you attention, like doesn't mean he's actually like into you or like
That is such
has
a good
the best like intentions and stuff. So like I know like I've made mistakes with that, but it's like it's so good, like have fun, like you know,
Yeah.
like have fun, do your thing, like it's fine to like go out with them and like do stuff, but it's like don't have such high expectations that the first guy you're gonna meet is like how you said you're hoping to find like the love of your life, which is like everyone hopes for, but it's like unrealistic. Like yeah, have fun, just like don't have, that sounds bad, like don't have high expectations, because
No, it's perfect advice.
yeah, because there's a lot of guys here that I know that have girlfriends that aren't being faithful. And so just like have your guard
That
up,
was a good
but
one.
like be open, but have your guard up at the same time.
Yeah.
Even though like dancing like is harmless too, but like even if you're with dancing with a guy like you don't like, you can still like push him away, like that doesn't matter. Just like be careful at like parties too, even though here they're not like psycho crazy. It's just just always be careful.
Stay in groups.
Yeah, stay
Yeah.
in groups, keep track of your
Buddy
friends.
system.
Or like don't party. That's also cool.
I feel like a lot of people think that partying is essential to the college experience, but it's not. And sometimes it can be more detrimental. I just discovered that it wasn't really my scene, and I enjoy more, not to sound like an old lady, but intimate gatherings, I guess. Yeah. And I mean, like, props to people who can go out and, like, have fun and be crazy, but I'm just not like that. And it's okay if you're not. It doesn't make you, like, a loser or weird or anything. And it's not like high school where everybody's expected to want to go get wasted.
Yeah. In college, literally, like, no one cares. Like, you're gonna have classes with people and then never see them again. You're gonna see them at a party once and never see them again. So
even at a small school like this one.
That's so true. And also in your classes in high school, you know how like you were friends with people who you had classes with essentially like all throughout the 12 years of school. In college, that's not like that. Like, I can't tell you who was in my sociology class except for Garrett. That's literally it. Like, Julia. And Julia. But, like, you don't, I mean, you make friends, but, like, I was vice president of my senior class, and I knew literally every single person's name in my whole entire high school. Our college is, like, not like that. I mean, you have to work really hard to make friends, but, like, people aren't going to actively talk to you. Like, you need to go up and be like,
yeah, that's
hey.
the difficult part. Is I thought going into college that, you know, everybody was going to be in the same place as me and everybody was going to want to talk to me because they didn't have any friends either. But it's like people click up really quickly, which I was not expecting. And I love my roommates, but like they're some of the only friends I have right now because of the fact that in the beginning I didn't go out and try and make more friends.
But I feel like that's such a big factor because a lot of people expect, like, right off the bat to be like, I'm gonna have this many friends and I'm expecting to have this many things happen to me. And it's like you just have to be patient and see, because like that's like a big thing. Like my mom told me that, and I feel like I was actually prepared to like go in and be like, okay, well, it's gonna take time. I'm not gonna make friends right off the bat. And it's something that I noticed, and I feel like it's so important for other people to notice. Like, I was not in this room right away. I made friends with these people, and I'm so thankful for that, because my old roommates, none of them did anything. They would get up, go to class, and come back. They didn't even make friends with each other in the room, like Red said. At least you made friends with each other. They didn't even communicate at all to anyone. And it's like everyone's going through a different, that's another thing you have to be understanding. Everyone's going through their own thing. But you also have to like reach out to be able to make your own experience what it is. You make what it is. Like, people come out at the college like, oh, it was the greatest 4 years of my life. But you make it what it is. And if you're gonna be like in a shell and you don't want to talk to anyone because you want them to talk to you instead, or you don't want to go out, you want to party, do it. If you don't. Do what you want to do, and then you'll make the most out of what comes out of it.
Experience is like a little different because like coming from, I was like happy like to get out of high school, like finish that part of my life and start something like completely different. So my plan was like, I'm gonna come to college, I'm gonna be like more social and all this, because like I was in that social in high school. So like come here, like orientation, super fun. I'm just like, I'm gonna talk to everyone, say hi to everyone I can. It is, since I'm not naturally a super outgoing person, not gonna lie, it is tiring having to keep being social, but in the end, like, it is worth it to have like make friends and stuff. And yes, it is true, like you can't expect like coming in to have like this many friends and all this, but it's like if you really want to like go for it and try to be more outgoing, like it takes like time to like change kind of who you want to be, but it's like worth it in the end, and so far it has been working for me.
Jumping off of what Maddie was saying earlier, it's totally okay if you don't make friends with your roommates though.
Oh yeah.
I mean, just as long as you learn how to coexist.
exactly.
I feel like that's very important.
I had a lot of trouble because there's a lot of fun stuff, like orientation week and stuff like that. But I naturally had a negative outlook seeing I grew up here. I was like, oh god, like I played club soccer at Cal Lu, like I don't want to go here, all this stuff, because I was like already doing stuff here and it didn't really feel like a big thing for me. But then I sort of, after the first like month and a half, I found Garrett, and then Garrett sort of like led me on to all these wonderful people. But I mean, it's just like, you just need to push yourself, even if you're like have a super negative outlook like I did. You just kind of have to swallow that pill and just like go out there, because like there's no sense in being miserable. Whatever, life happens, like you go places, you just need to make the best of it, because it's like no one wants to be around you when you're a pill.
Yeah, like if I'm being completely honest, Celia was not my first choice or my second.
It was my last.
Or my third. Yeah. But yes, it was my last. I applied to 17. No. Anyway, and so it was really hard for me to get myself into a positive mindset. I was dreading it all summer. I thought it was just going to be a terrible experience because I've lived in TF for almost 9 years now, and I just wanted to get out so badly. And so when I came here, I had this expectation that I was going to be miserable the whole time. And it was for a little bit because that's what I expected it to be. And even if you aren't happy with the school you go to or the location or your roommates, it is honestly what you make it, which is very cheesy, but the power of positive thinking is real. And if you try
attraction.
Yes, and if you try to better your situation, even the little things can change immensely your situation. Yeah.
And like the people you surround yourself with is so important. Like if you just don't like your roommates, like find other people that you enjoy spending time with. It's very true. Because I met Red at like an all access event that happened here, and she asked me to be her roommate, and I was very honored.
It was love.
And then immediately got paired up with another girl who's no longer a roommate, which is a whole other story. And then
I went to this school totally blind, last pick, did not tour it, did not know anything.
That's why she was blessed.
But I got some pretty great people put into my life.
Yeah.
But that's my story of how I met these guys.
We got really lucky.
Yeah.
I mean, we had one bad egg, but that egg broke.
you broke the
When I was born, I just know so many people who don't like their roommates or aren't like close with their roommates, and I feel like if I were in that situation, then like college would be an incredibly different experience for me because you're where you live and where like your home is really leads to how you feel when you leave. And I feel like if I didn't have a safe place to come back to, then I just wouldn't feel comfortable here at all. But I know that at the end of the day, if I had a rough day, I can come back to a group of people who will love me and support me no matter what, and that's been really crucial to my process, especially in making more friends, because I know that I already have friends to fall back on.
To find roommates, I know most schools have like Facebook groups or like the school's app.
Facebook groups are good. You guys can talk a lot, get to know each other.
Yeah, and just like use that to your, what's the word?
Advantage.
Yes, use that to your advantage, because just messaging people and talking to people on there. Also, you'll end up like talking to people on there and not realizing it when you come to college, and you're like, oh my god, I almost roomed with you. So that happens too.
I was so lazy over summer, I didn't do any of that. That's why I ended up with.
Wait, was there a Facebook page?
There was an app.
I never did that. I did it at Boulder, but I
They
didn't
still
do it
email me.
at
I already go here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
same. I get
same.
emails too.
Okay.
Alrighty, well, is that it? Does anyone have any last comments?
Just have fun, enjoy yourself, but still like focus on school.
Yeah.
Keep a good balance. As long as you're like.
Also,
happy
go
and
to your
stuff.
classes.
Good. Don't sleep until 4 p.m.
Yeah. Use a
Sophia.
planner. You are going to need it in college.
Yes.
Or
Talk to your
not.
professors.
Yeah, I
Go to the gym.
Go to office hours.
Freshman
or
15
not.
is
Or
real.
not.
Wait,
Buy
wait,
yourself snacks.
and all
There's also a
seriousness,
gym open though.
Khan Academy it actually helps for art history. All I did was watch Khan Academy videos and I got over 100%. So
If you want a room tour, just give this video a thumbs up and comment down below.
You do always in your bed.
Thanks for watching. Thank you to our studio audience.